do you mean? 20 and a half right there.
Buddy.
Let's go, bro.
So guys, we did it. Guys, from the ocean to my house and into our belly. Today I'm going to show you guys how to make a simple ceviche, a very easy quick ceviche, the way I like it. Very simple. So stay tuned, check it out. You might want to make yourself one day and try it. You're not going to be disappointed. What's up, guys? I'm back home now. As you guys saw in one of my last videos, that I managed to catch a keeper snook, slot snook, right towards the end of the season, man. And to me, that was like a big accomplishment, and even better because it was Memorial Day, so it was a blessing, man. I'm super happy about it. And what I wanted to show you guys, a lot of fishermen and maybe a couple of guys that I know have had ceviche. I even know how to make it, and there is many ways to make ceviche, but my favorite way and the way I like it, it's the way I'm going to show you. And I actually call it a simple ceviche, very easy ceviche, a quick ceviche, if you will. But I'm going to show you what to do so you can get the best quality out of it, the best flavor out of it. And a lot of people make mistakes for not keeping the fillet cold, and that makes the fish mushy, and you definitely don't want that. And I'm going to show you the ingredients that I have. Very basic, but very good. You can actually put people actually put mango in it. They put green peppers, all kinds of stuff. You could, to each his own. You could do whatever you want with it. This is personally the way I like to do it, the way I've always eaten it, the way I love it. And so I'm going to show you guys. Obviously, it's you have your limes. So you can see this right here. I'm going to show you guys right here. If you guys can tell. And I would use, like, depending on the amount of fillets, I would use like around maybe 6 to 10 limes. I use half an orange or 1 orange. Like I said, depends on how much you're gonna make. I like to add a couple jalapenos on it. That's the way I like it. And I like to add some onion. And I also like to add some tomato. I like tomato, like my son says, and the cilantro. You cannot go wrong with the cilantro. You actually makes it a lot better. And then you're gonna once you're done with it, you're gonna eat it with this thing. It has to be this tostadas. You can get them at any Spanish store, or any. I think they also got them at Walmart. But make sure they're tostadas, just like this. And also, I know I showed you in the video, earlier in the video, where I'm actually getting the yellow color brand, but this is the black color brand, which is a lot more hotter than yellow. But for you guys, if you don't need too spicy, I recommend the yellow sticker one, the yellow tag. This is the Valentina. This is the one you gotta use. Alright guys, let me get to it. Let me cut up these vegetables, and I'll show you a little bit how I get it done. Alright. Alright guys, my recommendation is to cut your fish Like this is what I do. I make little tiny squares, real thin squares. And the reason for that is because that way the lime can soak up in it faster. It'll soak up the lime faster, and you'll get it cooked faster, and it'll taste better because it's gonna soak up all the lime and it's gonna cook with it. The thicker you make it, you run the chance of the lime not penetrating the whole fish. So I like to cut them real thin, basically about that thin, little squares, just like that. And every time I'm done with a piece of fillet, as soon as I'm done with it, cutting it, I put it back in the little container and I put it back in the fridge because I want to keep the fish cold. Because if it gets warmed up, it's gonna be mushy. It's not gonna taste as good. Trust me. And so, cut that fish up. Just like that. So guys, as soon as I'm done cutting the first piece of fillet, what I do is I put it inside the container, and then what I do is put the first lime on it, so you can start cooking, you know, just like so. I like to put one whole lime in it. Just like that. Guys, if you want a good lime squeezer that will not break on you, that is super thick. Look how thick that is. This is like really thick. I've had it for like, I don't know, for a couple years, and I bought it in a Spanish store, Hispanic store. So you need to get yourself a nice lime squeezer. I recommend one of these, man. The thicker the better, because I had some before that I bought at Walmart or other places, and they have broke on me from right here. But this one is great, man. It's heavy duty, bro. Okay, so that's what I do. Put it back in the container, close the lid, and throw it back in the fridge, and get my other fillet. While this one's cooking in there already with the lime in the fridge, I'm cutting up the other fillet. And I keep doing that throughout the process. Every time I get a fillet, I put it in there, throw a lime on top of it, put it back in the fridge. Get my other fillet that's in the fridge, keeping it cool, cut that up, bring the container back out, put it under. That's how we're gonna do it, guys. This goes back in the fridge while I cut this one. That one goes back in the fridge, just keep it cool. Meanwhile, I'll cut that one up. This is the second fillet. Alright guys, so the next thing I'm cutting is the onion. I like to stay away from it a little bit from my face because I don't want to cry. I don't want to cry anymore. So I'll cut the onion, guys. That'll be the next thing I cut because it's also acidic, and that would also help cook the fish. So, alright, I'm gonna fast forward for you guys, okay? So you don't have to hear me talk, blabber about things that make no sense, but here we go. Fast forward. There you go, guys. The onion doesn't have to be that small because there's no need for it, you know. I mean, it's good to make it small, but you don't have to make it tiny small. This is good enough. And so we'll bring out the fish, and we'll add the onion to it, and let it cook with the fish, the lime, and the onion. And that way, that gives me time to cut up the tomato, the jalapeno. Once I'm done doing that, then I'll add half an orange to the top. Mix it all together and leave it cooking in the fridge for about an hour. Me personally, I won't eat it within an hour. I like to wait 2 to 3 hours. And even better the next day. The next day over, when it's cooking in the fridge, it's even better. All the juices, all the lime, all the citrus gets soaked up into the fish, and everything mixes together, and it's just amazing. All right, guys. So I added the onion to the fish. Just mix it up a little bit, and be gentle with it. You don't want to, be rough with the fish, man. You gotta kind of treat it nice. Keep it solid. Keep it in one piece. All the little chunks. And you don't have to stir it too much. Just move it around where all the lime can get into the onion and in the fillet. And then that's it. You leave that there. You put it back in the fridge. And I'm only making a little bit, guys, just so you guys can see. But I normally make this whole thing full, especially when I have family over. And it's a lot of work, but it's all well worth it. But this is just for you guys, okay? So you guys can have an idea how to make ceviche. Now, every time I'm done with it, putting a new thing in it, like a new ingredient in it, like an onion or whatever I put in it. As soon as I'm done with that ingredient, I put it back in the fridge. I try to keep it in the fridge as much as I can. I don't like to keep it out longer unless I'm ready to eat a little bit of it. So put it back in the fridge. And we move on to the tomato. Guys, so far so good. We have already the fillet. We already put the lime in it. And also the onion. And now it's inside the fridge, getting nice and cooked with the lime and the onion. So we're gonna move on to the tomatoes now. Let's fast forward for you guys. Alright guys, so I added a tomato now. Just move it around a little bit. I added 2 tomatoes because they're just smaller ones, but that's how it's looking, guys. Let's mix it up a little bit. And then once you're done, you close it up and put it back in the fridge. And now you can cut the cilantro, the jalapeno, and basically that's it. And add the orange and 3 or 4 more lime, and you should be good to go. But I'll show you when it's done, and I'll taste it for you guys, and I'll let you know if it came out as good as I'm telling you. I'm gonna add salt to it, but not right now. In a little bit, I'm gonna add salt to it. So I know you're wondering if I'm gonna add salt. Yes, I am. Just give it a little time. Let me let it cook some more with the lime and the onion. Once I'm done with this and the jalapeno and the orange, I'll add a little bit of salt and add a little bit more lime. Mix it up, see how it tastes, and go from there. All right, let's go, guys. Let's cut up some cilantro and some jalapeno. All right, guys, I got the fresh cilantro. Let's fast forward for you guys. And I think about this much. It should be good enough. I think that'll work. Let's get the container, throw it in there, mix it up, and then we'll do the jalapeno. All right, guys. Let's add the cilantro to it. Mix it all up. And it's starting to get that nice color, that nice contrast. That's how it's supposed to look. And this is the way I like making it. This is the way I make it. This is the way that I my friends of the family, you know, my family, the friends of the family like them. When they come visit me, I make them ceviche fresh. And guys, so this is the way I make it. Once you mix it all together, it's starting to get that color, that nice contrast. And this is the way I make it, like I told you before. And this is the way I make it for my family, for friends, and people that come over to visit me. And when I have fresh fish, I make them some, and they love it. They swear by it. They're always calling me and telling me when they're gonna come. They're gonna come and get some ceviche for me if I can make them some. And I'm like, I happily make it. And remember, this is Snook ceviche, so it's even more special. This is actually the last Snook of the season that I caught, and I caught it yesterday. So it's super fresh. So it's gonna be really good, guys. All right. Can't wait to show you guys the finished product. So just stand by. Don't go anywhere. I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna cut up the jalapeno. I always like to take the seeds out. I'm gonna add the orange, and I'm gonna add more lime and the salt, and I'm gonna leave it there to cook with everything in it. It's gonna be awesome when it's ready. All right. All right, fellas. The next step is the jalapeno. I do recommend you wear gloves. Some of those medical gloves, or just any glove that you can work the knife with, because you don't want to touch a jalapeno if it's really spicy. Me, I know how to cut it without getting it all over my hands, and still, since I have a little boy, I always wash my hands thoroughly after I'm done. I wash my hands really good with hot water and soap, and then I wash them again. I make sure that there's no residue of jalapeno on my fingers, because if I grab my child, if I hug him or whatever I do, he's gonna get it on him and he's gonna start crying. That's for sure. So wear gloves, guys. All right, let's get to it. All right, I'm gonna fast forward for you guys. Guys, so I got the ceviche out of the fridge, so I can add the jalapenos. There we go. Simple as that. Again, mix them around. I'm definitely going to add more jalapeno to it for my liking, but if I recommend you guys only add one, or maybe half of one just to start. And if you think it's not spicy enough, because you got to remember, you're still gonna add this stuff, which is really spicy. So that's just the jalapeno, just to not give it a nice flavor. But me, I eat really spicy, man. I just, you know, I like that spice. So I mix it around a little bit. All right, and this is where I'm gonna start adding the orange and the salt. So let me get the salt. All right. This is when it gets good, guys. Just add salt to it. Don't be afraid of it. There you go. All on top. And that way, when you squeeze the orange, make sure you take out the seeds from the orange. You don't want to break a tooth. That's it. Take the oranges, the seeds out. Make sure it's got no more seeds. Once it's got no seeds, you just squeeze it all on top. Now this is gonna give it that nice citrusy taste. That's gonna be so delicious. And just a little dab of sweetness, because these oranges are really good. They have a little sweet on them. So you get, I'm gonna add the whole orange because I think I made enough where I can add the whole orange. Like I said, I don't like it too sweet, guys. If I add too much orange and it's just a little bit amount, it'd be too sweet. The orange will take away all the flavor. So there we go. That looks good. And I'm gonna start adding a couple of more limes to it. Get my favorite lime squeezer. And just go ahead and add some lime to it. It's gonna add like 2 or 3 more, and then we'll be good to go. Look at that. That's just already smelling good. It's looking good. And wait till you guys taste it. Oh my God. Wait until I taste it, but I'll let you know, and I'll be honest with you. You know, I'm always being transparent, and I'm always honest with what I do. Look at that. Now that's looking tasty. Don't be afraid to add lime to it. Don't think that you're adding too much to it. You really can't go wrong with adding too much lime. It's when you don't add enough. If you don't add enough, that's when you might be in a little bit of trouble, and it might not be as good, and it might not be juicy. Like, I like to add a lot of lime to it. All right, guys. So I added salt already. I added the orange. I added some more lime. Now, what I like to do before, since I've already had it there for like half an hour, maybe longer, cooking inside the fridge with the lime. That's why I always like to start. That's why I always like to start with the fillets and the lime. That way, while I cut the other stuff, it can cook. It already be cooking. Now, what I like to do to make sure it's got enough salt and enough lime, I like to grab like a tomato or a piece of onion or whatever, and taste for salt and lime and how citrusy it is, if I like it or not. You always got to try your food first before you serve it to somebody else. So I'll grab a piece of tomato. And it's a little bit more salt and probably another lime. So we're going to add that right now. All right. So we'll add a little bit more salt. There we go. And then we'll add another lime on it. There we go. That looks good. That looks about right. And the reason I like to buy these containers, that I like to use these containers, is because once you feel like you're done, like everything looks good, everything tastes good, everything's ready to go, I like to close it. And I can do this. Just shake it around. Just get everything nice and mixed. And then, look at that. That's delicious. You just gotta put it now in the fridge, let it cook for an hour or 2. I'm actually gonna wait 3 hours, guys. So I'm gonna fast forward you guys to 3 hours from now, so I could give you the taste test, and show you guys the final recipe, the final product. And I hope you guys like it. So, guys, so far I hope you're liking the video. Like I said, I'm not a professional chef, neither am I a professional camera guy or whatever. But I've heard a lot of good things about my simple ceviche, my quick ceviche, and I hope you guys know one day try it, one day make it, and you let me know if it's good. All right, so don't go anywhere. I'm gonna wait a couple hours and then I'm gonna serve it. All right, guys, I'll be right back.
2 hours later.
All right, guys, it's been 3 hours. Actually 2.5. I even took a little nap. So I'm gonna go ahead and try the ceviche out now. I'm gonna show you guys the finished product. I hope you guys really enjoyed this video, and you go ahead and subscribe and like. That way I could get motivated to make some more videos for you guys. So what I'm gonna make now, that it's I don't know if you guys ever heard it before, it's called a ceviche tostada. Ceviche tostada, basically. So what I do is get one of these tostadas. Put it in the middle of the plate, like so. Gotta make sure I have my hot sauce ready. And let me get where the light, you can see with the light. And obviously, I cannot, actually, this is like a tradition for me. People laugh at me because I tell them, I cannot eat ceviche without drinking myself a michelada. You have to have one of these. And you gotta put a little lime on top of where you drink out of, like the top of it. Like just a little bit of lime and a little bit of this hot sauce on it. Now this is what you call a Mexican style ceviche with a michelada, guys. So basically, there's the tostada. I get my trusty bamboo spoon. I get the ceviche. Just put it on top, just like that. That's looking good. There you go. Make sure it's nice and full. There you go. Just like that. It's got plenty of fish, or it's gonna be really, really good. And if you guys want to add more tomato, you should go ahead, go for it. Want to add more jalapeño, go for it. More onion, go for it. It's all in the way you want to eat it. You know, whatever you like, however you like it. There is no right or wrong. The only thing I do recommend is you add plenty of lime and salt. That's all I recommend. The rest, whatever you want. But this is the way I make it. I want to taste it. I'm going to taste it for you guys, and I'm going to let you know if it's good or not. So you get the Valentina. Remember, this is the black tag one. This is the spicy one. Just add some on top, just like that. Don't overdo it. Just like that. Look at that. Picture perfect. The michelada. And guys, there you go. Let's try it out. Make sure you're under the plate. Take a nice bite. Wow. Oh my God. Woo. That, guys, is so darn good, man. It's so good. I wish you guys can taste it, man. It's actually so delicious. And like I said before, make sure you have something to drink. If you're not a drinker, a nice lemonade or a nice cold soda or water. But for me, this is what I choose. To you guys, oh, man, this ceviche came out so good. Guys, subscribe. Guys, thank you for watching. Guys, I'll see you on the next video. Hope you like the video. If you have any questions on my little recipe, drop a comment. Let me know if you have any questions. I'll help you out as soon as I get a chance. And you know, I'm happy to make this video for you guys. So show me the love. Get out there and fish. Get out there and do things. Life is short. Enjoy it. I'll see you guys on the next video. I'm gonna enjoy my beer with my ceviche tostadas. And actually, guys, the way I eat it, I don't even eat it like that. This is what I do, guys. I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna go ahead and be transparent. I actually serve it like that for myself. Not when I serve people. I serve it like that. And what I do is just cut little chunks off of this, and I just like a dip, like just like that. Obviously with a spoon and everything, but right now I don't care because it's so darn good. Oh my goodness. Later, guys.